artfulstampin.co.uk, and I'm going to be making some cards using some stamped sheets that I did a couple of nights ago, and kind of show you how versatile this design is. Now, this is a design that I only recently came up with, or not design, but system, I guess, or structure of design that I think can be used to create lots of different cards. So I've got these two stamp sheets that were stamped in a very similar way, and I want to show you how to do quite a few different ways of making a card. So the first one, not sure which one I'm going to use. I'm just going to cut this in half and just create a really lovely large sized card using this pretty paper. And I'm actually thinking of using, I might use the Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to just score this halfway. So whatever size cardstock you use, just use that. This is the UK A4. If you use a letter size, that's fine. So I'm going to score this in half and fold that. And actually, I think I'll just do it that way. I prefer, sometimes I feel there's a right side and a wrong side to the cardstock, depending how the trimmer in the factory has cut it. Okay, and then I'm thinking I'm just going to do a really little layer, a really thin layer of this. So I'm going to cut this, I think about 1 centimetre smaller all the way around. So I'm going to cut this at 13.8 something, and then cut this down to cut 1 centimetre off the end of there, and that should work out as my matting layer for that. And then, because this piece is so pretty, it doesn't really need much else to it if you use quite a lot of it. I'm actually going to cut that down kind of halfway, and then I'm going to cut 1 centimetre or so off the other side. So I'm going to cut that there, then cut 1.5 centimetres off here, so that I get that nice layering effect. So that should sit on there really lovely. Now I've got to decide, do I want to cut a bit off the bottom, or do I cut a bit off both ends? And I'm thinking a little bit off both ends, because I actually want the 3 flowers to show that I stamped on that side. So sometimes you can kind of eyeball it and just figure out where you want it, and use your good old nail trick. I use the nail trick, which is to pop your fingernail where you want to cut it, rather than worrying too much about exact measurements. It's sometimes just easier to do that. So there we go. That is one gorgeous, huge card, pretty much done, apart from perhaps a sentiment. Now, what I did before coming live was I cut out some various pieces, and I have here some pieces from the, I've forgotten what it's called, messages die. So it cuts out lots of kind of little labels and things that can be used for stamping a sentiment. So I don't know, I quite like the idea of layering, you know, doing a sentiment on there and then layering it on top of there. So this card could, you know, you could even have it that way around. The only thing is that the words, the texture words actually are supposed to go this way around. So, or just go for something really small, you know. I don't want to hide those butterflies, so yeah, maybe something down there, just something really tiny, possibly with a bit of a white, I think a bit of a white outline behind it. I'm looking at my label punches to see what would be appropriate. Ooh, I do have that one. I'll use this one for a while. So welcome. Hello to everybody who's watching. I will say hello to a few of you on the live in a second. So this is the bit that I end up doing the most kind of faffling around, really. See, I don't like that. I'm wondering just a little. Oh, to be honest, I actually just really like that on its own. And unless I really, really needed to put a sentiment on there, personally, I would leave it, because there's so much going on in there, and then just save the inside and put something pretty on the inside. So I'm just going to leave that, I think. Right, let me say a quick hello to everybody on the live, and we'll get going with the next one. Hi, people of YouTube. Hello, Mary, Wanda, Heidi, Linda, Glenna, Deborah, Valerie, Susan, Jan, Annie, Kay, Bob, Mary Beth, Cheryl. Be so excited to be the first to hit the like button. You all cheered me up. Oh, brilliant. Good. Nice to cheer you up. Lovely to see you all. Okay. Absolutely, Monica. Yes, you're with me, I'm with you on that one. Right, so now these ones I thought would look lovely as slimline cards. So I'm just going to see where that would look good cut. See, 7 centimetres I think would be nice for that one. I think I'm going to have to get another piece of cardstock out. And I'm going to cut, I'm going to score this at 7. And cut at 14. Hi, Elaine. Welcome. Hi, Sharon Bradley. Is that the Sharon Bradley that used to reside in Welshpool? Long time no see. Oh, isn't that exciting when people from your real life, not, I mean, your in-person life, I should say that. You know, we often say, oh, in real life I know so and so. It's not in real life. It's because we're so used to making friends online now. I've come to realize online friends are real friends, but yeah, they're not in-person friends. Oh, Ali's having a stressful day. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to just take off that 1/2 centimetre now, because I'm going to be cutting this down. Got lots of these gorgeous like leftover pieces that I'm quite excited to do a little project with those, I think. So there we go. There's one. Hi, Wanda Spencer. Why did I cut off too much off that bottom piece? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sure I only cut 1/2 centimetre. Or maybe I cut 1 centimetre. I didn't mean to do that, and I'm going to have to cut 1/2 centimetre off the bottom now. Oh, I was in too much of a rush. Oh, feels like cake and craft night. Oh, Sharon. You know what, Sharon? You were the original original attendee of Cake and Craft Night all those years back, and I'm thinking we're going to have to reinstate it. We've not had one since lockdown. How happened? You know, the C word. You know, that happened. So I'm thinking we're going to have to reinstate it. You know. So if you want to see how I stamped this a few nights ago on this very YouTube channel. So if you don't follow me already, yeah, so Sharon, welcome to this live. There are a few people on here who've been following me for a number of years, And so they've become my online buddies now, online crafty buddies, as well as the in-person friends that I have in Welshpool. So yes, welcome, welcome. Oh, how are the children, Sharon? Yeah, obviously, please remember this is a public forum, so please don't share any personal stuff. But how are the kids, Sharon? Lovely to see you. Hello, Miss Janice. Oh yes, so my friend and I were chatting to Sharon one day. So my friend and I used to, you know, we crocheted and knitted and things, and Sharon was saying how she'd like to learn, and so we came up with the idea of having an evening once a month that we just got together and crafted and ate cake, and that's how Cake and Craft was born. Yeah, so Sharon was one of the first kind of attendees of that, and then it went on for years and years, and only really because of, you know what, we stopped. So gosh, I mean it was happening when my daughter was quite young, so it started what, 13 years ago, 14 years ago, Sharon? Yeah, thank you, Linda. Now again, these are such full designs that I'm a bit reluctant to do too much fancy, you know, putting too much on these. So there we go. Right, so that's your 3 cards from one sheet. I'm just going to stick this all to, oh, you know what I might do is before I stick that down, I might punch some bits out that I might need. May as well. What else can I cut out? I might cut out some of these leaves. Okay, so don't tell anybody that the card has got a hole in it. You know, they don't need to know. So those slim lines are positively stunning. Ah, thank you, Heidi Selinsky. I feel like we're discussing you know who from Harry Potter. We must not speak his name. I know. I just remember at the beginning, you know, a couple of years ago, I just said, let's just not say it, because yeah, there was stuff to do with algorithms and things, and YouTube listening in and blah blah blah. So we just didn't. We would just say the C word, didn't we? Oh, and then we didn't speak of the B word. What was happening in Europe? Anyway, so would we call that a Swiss card? Oh, we call that the Swiss card. Ah. Right. Un, deux, trois. There we go. 3 cards from that sheet. And not too much hassle at all. Right, so this one, I was going to show you a way of doing it so that we get two that way. Where's my trimmer? So cut that there. Oh, wrong one. Cut that at 10 centimeters. Now this one, I was wondering whether, we could cut a piece, sort of a longish piece like that, as if it was going to go across a landscape style card. And then I want to cut some smaller pieces because I do have these cut out, and I thought it would be nice to have those sitting just inside there, like so. So where's my ruler? I did have my ruler the other night. So if I just measure across there, so that's 5.5 by 8 3/4. So if actually, I'm wondering if it's better in inches. That 3.5 by 2 1/8. 2 1/8. There we go. I think that's quite nice. Although I'm wondering whether to put a bit of a border or just go round with a purple ink pad maybe and just give that an extra bit of a border. So that's nice. What else have I got here? Oh no, that's a bit mangled. Then I do have this piece here that I thought would be interesting to have as a bit of a background to something. Actually, that could maybe be the one for that one. Okay, let's do, I don't know, 5 centimeters maybe. Maybe 6. Let's do 6. And have that as a wider piece. So that would go straight across the card and then maybe decorate. So I know what, let's cut that now. So let's score this at 10.5 centimeters. So this is your typical size cardstock card base. This is basically half of an A4. I'm going to put that onto there. That's quite nice, isn't it? So the other way to do it is to score at the 10.5. Ooh, blade is up there, don't need that there, so do that and then cut it there. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments too much. I've got my head down and counting. Right, so let's have a look at what we got here. Now I quite like that yellow on yellow. It's a bit more interesting, isn't it? But what if we got another piece of yellow? What if we got a different yellow? Did that and put some texture onto that. Ooh, so I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to get my embossing folders out and see what embossing folder we could use for this. I'm wondering just the plain textured one or that one. Yes, that'd be quite nice. Right, I'm going to just do this off screen because you guys don't need to see me do that. Get the right plate. So what did someone say about yellow and white? I want yellow on white. Hi, Ellen. Bruno song. Oh, my we just watched that this afternoon, the Turning Red. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. So cute. Yeah, we love the red panda. Yeah, and there was lots of sort of references to. Oh, and you know what? I thought of Glenna all the way through it because it's a Chinese girl in Toronto, isn't it, in Canada? And I was like, oh my goodness, it's so adorable. And yeah, there were just some traits that I just thought, oh my goodness, I said, you know, the stuff that the mum was saying. I was like, oh my goodness, I say stuff like that. It was very funny. Very, very, very funny. Okay. Looking good. And I was going to pop that on there. And that on there like so. I'm wondering if we could do with a little yellow butterfly, but just... Oh, we haven't got anything really tiny weeny. Oh, I might have to break out my contraband. Hold on. I'm sure I've got a better scrap than that. It's a bit of a big scrap, that, wasn't it? There we go. Now I still can't decide whether to put a little bit more of a border around that. So a super simple way of putting a bit of a border around a piece of card is just to run it through your ink pad. If you think, oh, it's just too much of a faff to cut a piece of cardstock and the measurement's going to be super tight and oh, too much of a headache, just do this. Just do this. There we go. So we've got the tiniest, thinnest little ink border on there now. So, right. Now I'd like this, I think, to be raised up a bit. So I am going to grab a bit of cardboard. I've always got little bits of scrappy card here, and it's just got a little bit of sort of structure, not structure, what's the word I want? Thickness. So I'm just going to cut that. And now I know I did that at 2 1/4, didn't I? So if I cut that at 2 inches, that should be plenty. Cut that to just under 3 1/2. That should be perfect. So, oh dear. Oh, back in the joint. It needs a purple one instead of a yellow, says Nina. Okay, I'll have a look at it in a second, Nina. I felt that there was already too much purple, to be honest, but I'll have another look. I'll do a comparison. Soup's ready, says Mary. Oh, how many bowls have you got? Just going to raise that up a tiny bit. There we go. Hi, Frederick. Oh, you have to go pretty gentle, Martina. Yeah, very, very gently. Yeah. Nope, wrong way around. No, my butterfly's escaped. There it is. So, unless I put the yellow one there. Let me see what a purple one would look like. Oh, yes. Yes, the purple does show up a bit better. I wonder if I could just do yellow underneath. So if people do look, you know, people do that. They have a little, you know, little bit of a nose under the card. So let's pop that there, not waste it. Oh, that wants to move around. It's got all this glue going on there. Right, I'm sure I've got some nice little crystals. I'm sure I've got a purple one somewhere. Oh, these are my retired ones now. I'm thinking about the current ones. I'm sure there's some purple ones. Oh, I've got some lilac-y stars. Right, crystals. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Yes, I knew I had some. Right, where is my... There we go. Right. So, we've got that one done. Let's pop that to one side. Now, we could have yellow on purple, which is rather dashing. I was going to do yellow on yellow again. But I was going to cut some sections, because I think we can make a better use of this die cut. I'm wondering if that needs a little bit of a border as well. Or even give it a bit more of, give it that border. Ooh, yes, quite like that. Oh yes, yellow and purple is such a kind of spring reminder, isn't it? To me, it reminds me of daffodils and crocuses. That's what it does. Right, I wonder if once again I could use the inside of that. Now, where did I put that punch? Oh, I had it here a minute ago. So pop that one on there. Okie dokie. So I'm wondering if there's a way of saving a little bit of the inside of that. Just want to see what you guys are saying. Turn the Wonder Wonder over top to bottom. Oh, yeah, the only problem about doing it top to bottom is I've got my script going in that direction. Take care, Sharon. Sleep well. Yeah, I have got that little piece there, so I could do some others. Oh yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I've ended up cutting them all that way. But anyway, well, that was because I stamped it that way. I've just remembered. Yeah. So I want to find a way of just using a bit of that. So I'm going to use my little mini trimmer if I can get to it. Put it under. Oh, sorry. I think we're going to have a bit of a tidy up tomorrow. So I've got that going there. So I haven't got a huge amount of space to fit my little pieces in. So we're talking, right, so 3.5 centimetres really. So I'm going to hold that there. Cut that off. Mind you, if I cut that straight, I could use that for something else, couldn't I? I'm just going to straighten that up while I've got this little trimmer out, because that is a nice straight line that can be used. I am amassing a nice little thing of scraps here, so I think we could do a nice little scrappy card. Right. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there and stick that there. Try not to touch the glue. And then a bit of glue there. Oh, oops, Kelly. Up there. And this is going to go on top. So Friday nights I try and do videos that I explain a little bit more of what I'm doing. So sorry if I haven't done that this evening. I kind of forgot that. So if you do have questions though about what I'm creating, how I'm creating it, please do pop them in the comment section or the chat section, and I'll be pleased to explain what I'm doing. So as I said, this evening's tutoring is looking at the sheets that I've already stamped and using them. Now, I was thinking about maybe using some of these. I wonder if I do a little sentiment, and I could stick those leaves behind it. Oh no, that's upside down, so let's put that the right way around. So that tiny little strip of that darker yellow just helps to differentiate between the printed area and then the background there. Just makes it a bit interesting. Can you see how that's turned out? No, I think I'm going to leave that for now. I can't think about, well, oh, could do a little butterfly though. I wonder if a yellow one just in that corner would look good. Oh, 2. Can't have it being lonely, can we? There we go. What about that? That's cute. Oh, a yellow ribbon. Yes, that would look pretty, wouldn't it? Tie your yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Okay, what's that one? So these ones are kind of pretty straightforward because those can be stuck directly onto a card base like so, and really not need much else unless you wanted to go a bit more fancy dancy and add some other sort of textures and things in there. So we could do that. Put something yellow through the middle of that. Let's create a little sentiment strip. Oh no, that's too wide. What am I doing? 2 centimetres will do probably, or 1¼ inches. Try that. Nope, too big. Try that one. Oh, now this might be where those yellow leaves could come in. That's a bit of a background. Ooh, okay, I need to find a sentiment though. It's something simple. Ooh, a nice just because. I think that covers all kinds of occasions, doesn't it? Right, where's that ink pad that I used earlier? Hi, Sheila. Okay, the reason I'm repositioning this on my block is because I want it to be parallel with the top of the block, because where the rubber's been cut, it's not very straight. So no, that's not very straight either. Get that straight in there. Okay, that parallel. That's better. Just cut a wee fishtail into that. Hi, Judy. Hi, Heidi Shaw. Hi, Heidi Selinsky. Okay, so that can go on there. And I'm thinking we could do some cool leaves. some more. So I'm just giving these a little bit of an audition to see how they look. I think that would look nice on there. Now the trick is going to be how to stick this in a way that I can still pop things underneath. So I think a combination of glue and dimensionals is going to be the best thing to do for this. So I'll get this down first. Okay. Oh dear, what happened to Sheila? Oh, I missed that. Do I ever use sentiments? Yes, I do. Rarely, but I do. Yeah. Oh, I've got to remember which side is the best one. Okay. Right, so I'm going to stick that on there, and I know the glue's going to seep through, so I'm just going to, I'll get a bit of scrap. Pop that on there like that. And then I'm going to get my dimensionals out. Oh, is it Bev's birthday today? Oh, happy birthday, Bev. Oh, car in a ditch. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sheila. Glad you're all safe, though. Snow got you. Oh. Right, I'm deciding I don't need these long stalks at the ends of these. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue, just the tiniest little blob. Then doing that with them. Now, if I had more time, I probably would be putting a bit of shape into these leaves, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Just going to put these leaves underneath. Oh, got two there. Thank you, Elizabeth. They're very vibrant, aren't they? Okay, come around here. I haven't neglected this section. What's everyone up to this weekend? Anything fun? The weather looks like it's going to be very uninteresting. A bit dreary. So I think tomorrow I'm going to be just catching up on some housey stuff, and I'm teaching a class tomorrow evening, and I'm actually teaching an in-person class on Monday. So I need to get myself all sorted for that. I've prepared most of it, so it should be okay. So I've got these really cute gems that are in the current in colours, but this little pale lemony one here, I think would be nice to look as if they're little, almost like little dewdrops. Oh dear, that's not sticking very well. Put those on there. Oh, actually, these are a pale lilac colour, so maybe we could just bring attention to the sentiment by going either side. That one's decided to flip over. Where are you going? Now it's stuck to my ring. Okay. Alrighty, that's quite cute. I like that. So this one, someone mentioned ribbon earlier, didn't they? Going to pick out paint and get all the stuff I need to start painting ceilings and walls since my flooring shipped today. Oh, exciting. Sitting here watching you while finishing off 50 Easter cards. 50? Woohoo. Right, I'm just pulling some ribbon out. Well, that's probably one of the neatest bows I've tied in a very long time. Sometimes the bow fairies just come along and help you out, you know. And then the other days you have the bow pixies that are just causing havoc. So today it was good. A good bow day. It's pretty cute, isn't it? I don't know what else to put on there. Oh, maybe a little bit of foliage. Foliage. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. Jodie's just made 100 thank you cards. Wow. Good on you. Ugh. Come on, glue. That makes sense. Makes sense. I'll need to do the painting first, yeah. So you don't ruin it afterwards. Are you going for a new colour scheme? Yeah, I think it's currant ribbon, or maybe it's not. It's a really nice kind of weight to it. It's quite thick. Oh. You know when you get a blob on the end of the glue and you don't realise it was there. Okay, I'm just going to not waste glue. Oh, that's nice, Heidi. I'm sure they find them very helpful. Oh, could do a little purple butterfly sitting on the ribbon. This punch is having good use tonight. I'm just going to use a glue dot, I think, for that, because ribbon and wet glue really don't mix generally. So this is going to be a slightly bulkier card. So this is one to sort of give by hand or to send large letter. Oh, I think it needs a little bit of wink. Now, I did have my Winker stir out earlier today. A little bit of shimmer. Let's just pop a little gem onto that butterfly there. And one down on that one too. Cutesy cute. Okay. Oh my goodness, got a frog in my throat. Right, so that leaves me lots of lovely leftovers for another day. I've got, so maybe next week I'll do a bit of a scrappy thing. Although I wouldn't mind doing a scrapbook page with some of these scraps. That would look pretty cool, wouldn't it? I've got some nice pieces here. So I've got some leftover pinky bits. I've got some leftover purpley bits. So I think we could do a nice scrapbook page with these. So it'll go even further than just the cards. So there we go. Right, let's clear a space for me to show off what has been accomplished tonight. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. So the first few were done very simply, no extra embellishments really. Well, Actually, none at all, because we did a simple just chop it up and use the stamped sheet to create a nice card. I did use I did put a border on this one. So there we go. So 3. Hi Lisa Laws. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Please do come again. So yeah, so three cards out of that one sheet that got stamped the other night. So I will put a link in the description below. And we do have a little bit of a leftover section as well, 2 leftover sections. So we'll use those. Those don't go to waste. And then I've made 4 cards then out of the remainder with some leftovers. So just cut it into half and then the quarters for those 2 panels, and then decorated them with some extra embellishments and ribbon. So I punched out with the bow. This fabulous leaf punch is just brilliant. Cut out some of those. Then before I came live, I did cut out this pretty background using the where's it disappeared to? Oh, there it is. Fabulous Florals dies, and most of the other dies just cut out the stamped images, but there is this lovely filigree piece in there that I love to use on cards, and that just looked great in the background there. Then on this panel I did use this set here, which is called Ornate Layers Dies, and I used that big one. And I did cut out some other little ones but didn't end up using them, and I've even got some here in Bermuda Bay which I didn't end up using as well. So I mean, look, you could, if you wanted to go really fancy dancy, you know, you could put a sentiment or something in the middle of that, and that would look pretty special. And that's on a bit of a ski whiff. Oh, I don't like that. That's going to have to get moved. Better. Yeah, so then also I use the embossing folder, the time worn type embossing folder, just to do that bit on the, I think that's Bumblebee cardstock or Crush Curry. So Crush Curry and Daffodil Delight are the main yellows used, and then on this one I use the really pretty dies that match the Dahlia Days stamp set. It's this really beautiful big one here, and I cut it in half, and I've still got a little piece left over to do something else with as well. So there we have it, guys. That's how many cards tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from 2 one sheet wonders, stamp one sheet wonders the other night. There we go. So I don't know which one's which. That was 1, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. That one was 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then those ones. I know, out of these yellow and purple ones, let me know which one your favourite was. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, I'll have a look at some of your comments now. Hello, Miss Gina. You're watching while making dinner. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody. Do let me know if you've got any questions. Thank you, Frédéric. Merci bien. Yeah, I think that's everybody. You had my gold wink, did you? Thanks, Linda. You've been hogging it on your desk, have you? Ah, thank you, Wanda. Yes, the yellow and purple are just so fun and bright, aren't they? They're really happy. So, you're out of focus. Oh, I'm sorry, Sherlock. Don't quite know why that is. Shouldn't be. Maybe change the You can on your settings change the quality that you're watching in. Ah, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, do. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome. Yeah, my quality is not great actually, so oh, that's a bit better. There we go. I do like the die cut on number 3. Yeah, that purple. Super pretty. Right, I will try and take photos of these before these get given away or whatever, and do... What colour purple cardstock is this one? This is Gorgeous Grape. Yeah, so Gorgeous Grape, and this is Daffodil Delight. Excuse me. This is Bermuda Bay. And this one was Coastal Cabana, but it had the Bermuda Bay going around the edge of it. All right. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Melissa. Oh, good. I hope it makes sense in terms of the creative process and how my, how my brain works. But again, please do ask any questions that you may have if there's things that you've got questions about. Yeah, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week. So Monday evening, I am out all evening. So if I have time to film something for Monday night, I will do. But if not, then I'm afraid you'll just have to just be patient and wait for me for another night. Just a reminder to everybody who shopped with me in January and February, there's a free Zoom event that I'm doing on Tuesday night. Again, I'm going to have to prepare for that as well. And I'm going to be using Oceanfront and Sentimental Swirls and do a little demonstration for you. But it's also a chance to hang out. So that also goes for my teamies, any of my teamies that spent £50 in January and February. So the invitations, you don't have to do anything. The invitation will just come to you. I'll be emailing that out soon as well. So there we go. Right, lots of love to everybody, and please come back even if you're a first-time viewer. It's lovely to have your company, and just hit that subscribe button and it will just help you to find me again. So yeah. Oh, you've got people. Oh, I see. I love it on the chat because then people go, oh, I only live next door. You're that noisy neighbour. No, I'm joking. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny if 2 people came on here who lived on the same street who hadn't met before? That would be so funny. But anyway, my little brain, little things make it laugh. Lots of love to you all. Take care of each other. Bye.